if you can't do full push-ups like this with good form without hurting yourself, well, here's a simple progression to work your way up to it. The first step is to practice your push-ups on the wall and really focus on good form. So to accomplish this, bring your hands against the wall. If your wrists are tight, you can turn your fingers to the outside. Your hands are gonna be a little bit lower than your shoulders, probably like right at the tops of your ribs right here. Now you're gonna take a couple steps backwards. The more you walk your feet out, the harder this will be. The closer you get to the wall, the easier this will be. Now, in this position, focus on your core and your glutes. That's really important for all push-ups to do them safely. So don't stick your butt out like this, and don't let your hips sag in like this. Instead, we squeeze the glutes and the core, and we think about maintaining that tension the entire time. From there, instead of flaring our elbows up into the outside like most people do with the push-ups, that puts your shoulder in a compromising position, we're gonna drop the elbows towards the ribs, touch the nose, and press the hands into the wall while maintaining that glute and core squeeze, okay? Now repeat this process slow and controlled. Once you're able to do 20 wall push-ups with perfect form, pain-free, then try this one. The next step of this push-up progression is to do push-ups on the back of a chair. Now make sure you have a nice sturdy chair that's not gonna slide out on you while you do it. And this time, place your hands on the chair. Again, if you need to, you can turn your fingertips to the outside if you have tight wrists. Walk your feet back again, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, drop the elbows towards the ribs, maintaining good posture, and slowly and controlled, go up and down on the push-up, inhaling as we go down, exhaling as we go up. Now, if you can do 20 of these with perfect form while everything feels good, then move on to this one. All right, the next step in this progression is the low chair push-up. So all I have to do is turn that chair around, find a nice surface that's about knee height, and again, make sure it's nice and sturdy. Place your hands on that surface. Again, if your wrists are tight, fingertips to the outside can be really helpful. Walk your feet back to the plank position, squeeze the glutes and core, maintain that the whole time, and then again, just like before, drop the elbows towards the ribs. This time, touch the chest to the chair. Now press in and come back up. This one's gonna get a little bit harder than the last one. So if you can do 15 of these, then move on to the next step. All right, for this next step, we're gonna bring our push-ups all the way down to the ground, and we're gonna do them in a kneeling position. So come down on your knees, make sure you have a nice soft surface underneath your knees. This should not grind into your knees. If you need to, put a pillow, roll up a towel, whatever you need to make your knees feel better. Come into a plank position on your knees, and again, focus on your hips in alignment with your shoulders, squeeze the glutes and squeeze the core. If you need to, again, turning your fingers a little bit to the outside can help you with the wrists. Now, from this position, what I want you to focus on is bring your elbows towards your ribs and coming all the way down, touching the chest to the ground, not relaxing down here, keeping tight with the glutes and the core and the hands and the arms, and then pressing back up to the start position, okay? Inhaling as we go down, exhaling as we go up, focusing on really good form as we do this movement. Now, if you can do 15 of these through a full range of motion, touching your chest all the way down to the ground on every single rep without hurting your shoulders, well, then move on to this next one. All right, this is the last step before you're able to do a full push-up with perfect form. So follow along to this one and practice this one slow and controlled, okay? It's really important. This time you're gonna come into a push-up position with your feet on the ground, squeezing the glutes and the core and keeping that tight the entire time. Now what you're gonna do is this. You're gonna drop your elbows to your ribs and you're gonna count backwards from 3 as you bring your chest down to the ground. So 3, 2, 1, stay tight all the way down. Now press the knees into the ground, squeeze the glutes and core, and press up from a kneeling position. Lift the knees, inhale, come down 1, 2, 3, drop the knees, keep the core tight, press up, okay? One more time, inhale, 1, 2, 3, slow and controlled, drop the knees, squeeze the glutes, and press back up. Now, if you can do 10 slow and controlled half kneeling push-ups, well then, it's finally time to start doing some regular old push-ups, just like this. Now that's a simple progression that you can use to go from not being able to do push-ups to being able to do push-ups with perfect form in a way that feels really good to your body.